got it from here. Thank you. Alright, so we got our bike from the auction, and it's not as bad as I thought. It's actually pretty clean as far as damage. We got a little bit of scratch on the fender, on the fairing, but all in all, it's in good condition. The biggest part of the damage is this rear section here, which that's easy to replace. So the task at hand right now is get the battery charged up, got the cord running, get the battery charged up and see if this thing will start. Stay tuned. All right, I got the battery charging. Way with the seat. I got extra saddlebags up there. These ones are pretty trashed. And I even have an extra seat, just like this one, but it's a drag specialties. Fender's no big deal. Little scratches right here. Take that shit off. Little scratches right here. All in all, it's a pretty solid bike. Got the battery charging, see if this thing starts. Let me get the keys off of it. The keys are on the other side. There we go. Got it off. You guys didn't know I got this one from the auction as well. Same thing, had some scratches. You can still see some scratches here. If there is, it has a bunch of aftermarket wiring on it for like lighting and audio. As you can see, the boxes have speakers and stuff in them. So I have the main fuse just in case there's some kind of draw on the battery or anything going on. I don't want it to short circuit. As I was saying earlier, I actually got this bike from the auction as well, and it just had some scratches. It just got laid down, and that was the only thing wrong with it. They had it listed as non-running, so I got a really good deal on it. And all I did was put a battery in it, checked all the fluids and everything, and turned it on, and it fired right up. So I replaced the saddlebags. So I have the original ones from this bike on here that I could put on that bike. And if that bike fires up, then we're in the clear. And we'll figure out which one, if we're going to keep this one, or if we're going to keep that one. This is a 2022 Street Glide, 14,000 miles. 2023 Road Glide, 10,000 miles. So let's see how it goes. I guess we can start wiping it down, at least while we wait for the battery to charge. Just rub it with your finger and your fingernail. So, unfortunately, this one is a salvage title. This one is still a clean title. So I have a feeling I'm probably going to sell this one because I can get top dollar for this one. And then I'll just keep this one for myself. I'm not a fan of the red though. No, it just doesn't look that good on this bike. I have to get some tins from a different color. I got most of the glue off of here. The two-sided tape residue. And wow, that looks way better already. That silly eyebrow thing on there. Boom. Alright. Brakes aren't even rusty. Must not have been sitting for that long. Alright, we got the headlight cleaned up. Got most of the glue off from that auction sticker. Deal with the rest later. Let's move on and check that it has oil. Remove this seat strap, don't need that no more. Yeah, it's good on oil. It's low. Oh well, I gotta check it when it's hot, so. But it's got oil, so that's good. Yeah, you can see the crossover right there for the other pipe. And the other pipe is gone. It's missing, so that's nice. I'm gonna have to get an exhaust for this thing. It's got all this aftermarket wiring. Like this is for their bag speakers. There's another one on the other side. It's got all these like LED strips I need to get rid of. So, as a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and start doing that now. I'll check the air filter later. Alright, so I forgot to film it, but I did get the bike started yesterday and it runs great. I rode it around the complex. Obviously it still has the damage that needs to be fixed. I found out yesterday when I had it out of the garage that the entire fairing shifted over that way a little bit. This bracket right here is broken, and this bracket that holds it up here in the middle is probably bent. The bars don't seem to be bent. There's just like a little scratch right here. The majority of the damage is here and here, so I don't think there's any frame damage at all. This rear support obviously broken, and the battery doesn't hold the charge. I charged it, it started up, it ran, and then I just tested the voltage a little while ago and it's already back down to 11. So I have a brand new battery there for it, and this thing's ready to go, the Street Glide. Just need to get it registered, and I figured since pretty much every red part on this bike is damaged, I just went ahead and ordered all new parts in black. So this bike will no longer be red. And so right now I'm gonna start taking it apart. Get this rear fender off, get these side covers off. Front fender, that front fender is actually already here, it's in that box there. But I'm still deciding on what new parts I'm gonna put on this one, and then take the older parts from this one and put it on this one. So I already got the title for this one. I already went and registered it. I have to do brake and light inspection and all that stuff, good old California. So I gotta get this bike ready to go. And then I'm still waiting on the title for this one. This one's still a clean title, this one's a salvage title. Whichever one I can make a profit on is the one I'm gonna sell, and then I'm gonna keep the other one. So I'm gonna put you on the tripod, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start with taking these boxes apart and keeping whatever's good off of those, throwing away the rest, and then we'll go from there. So I'll see y'all in a minute. Alright, so we got the boxes apart. That one's trashed. As you can see, it's all broken. Both of those speakers are trash. I still got to get the brackets off of those broken pieces and the clips and stuff. And then I can chuck that in the trash. Both of the saddlebags, that one's trash. This one is still decent. It's just scratched up really bad. And it's an original Harley bag. So I'm just going to clean that one up, see if anybody wants to buy that. And then both of the speaker lids are Advan black. And the same thing, they're just scratched up. So I'm going to try to save those as well, clean them up, and see if anybody wants to buy those. Because I don't have a use for them. I have a whole set of factory Harley black saddlebags that originally came off of the Street Glide that I can put the lock set from this bike into those, because this bike is eventually going to be all black. And so this bike will be all keyed original, and then I still need to swap over the keys from those ones up there to those ones over there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll start next is getting this rear fender off and these side supports. I ordered the crossover tube for the muffler, and then there's a guy local that has a pair of Cobra mufflers that I'm gonna get, and then just continue cleaning it up. So once we get this fender off, side covers off, front fender off, I'll start working on getting this off. And then once we get this off, we can determine if that bracket in there is indeed bent, and then if it is, we'll order that bracket. Or if we can straighten it, because I ordered, instead of these little chintzy brackets, I ordered a full-on bracket and then a smaller crash bar, like the one I have over there. And then I also have the crash bars for the saddlebags, which is in that box there. So we'll get both of these bikes roadworthy here soon. And yeah, so let's get started on getting this apart, and I'll put you guys back on the tripod. All right, as you can see from all the boxes, all of our black body panels are here for the wrecked red bike, except for the fender extension, but I can put that on after. So this is the last time you will see this bike in red. I'll probably do a time lapse of swapping everything over. But yeah, this will be the last time you see it in red. Alright, as you can see, I got the fender off, and it actually wasn't that hard. So now we got to get the fender disassembled and get it ready to put on the new fender. So we need all those brackets, the lights, these mounting brackets. But first, let's get a baggie for this hardware. Actually, you know what? I don't need a baggie because I'm going to put it right back on the new fender. So I won't need it. I do need to get this. And we're done. We don't need this busted fender anymore. I'll lay this down so we don't scratch up our new fender. And spin it all around. That's what the bike looks like without the fender on it.